Hello YouTube, this is Silver Age Dave, and today is Tuesday. I consider today to be a great day. I've been gone for a few days. I did travel last week. That worked out fine. But I want to give you guys an update. I get emails from time to time, privately. My private messaging does not work, so please don't send me private messages and think, oh, that guy's a jerk, he doesn't respond, because I just don't get them. I'm not a technology guy. And when I set up my initial everything, YouTube and even eBay and all that, I pull my hair out because I make these mistakes. I'm like, oh, this would be a more thoughtful way to do it. And I set it up, and then it doesn't work that way in the real world. So anyway, long story short, my email, I get every now and then people, if I don't make a video for a day or two or whatever, people are concerned. And I do have an ongoing issue. I don't want to go into any great detail, but for a few years I was struggling with some health things. He had a surgery last year, and now for the rest of my life, which I hate this, but I'll be on a drug that's necessary, and I just hate medications of any kind. I mean, literally, I don't even want to take an aspirin, but I'll be on this ridiculous medication forever. And I'm not the lucky guy that I'm just going to be one weight and I'm easy. I'm very complicated because I love cookies. I guess if I got to pick a favorite hero, it's going to be the Cookie Monster. That is really my guy. All the cartoons and comic books together, that's my guy. But I have low self-control. If it comes to a cookie, I've never found one I didn't like, so that's tricky. So anyway, where I'm going with this is what I've found over really the past year is there are times where I take this pill, every day, and they can't quite figure out my dosage. And I've been tested and tested and tested. And what happens is, I don't have Alzheimer's, not yet at least, but, I don't have anything like that. But this medication screws me up. I'm going to flip a light on over here. It screws me up, and the best way I can describe it is I have memory, but I get confused real easy, and especially when there are complicated things. I can make videos and I can recount stories, but sometimes I just get confused, and I start talking and things are coming out odd. So I don't do much live, but I do a lot of videos, and for the most part, I always try to rewatch them a time or two before I put them out, not to like over edit or change things, but just because when I'm in these confused states, I don't really, I have a feeling I'm in there, but I don't necessarily, I can't really press a button and be like, oh, okay, I'm confused. So the last few days I've really been struggling with it, and I did make a couple of videos, but they were very forced. I knew it while I was in them that I wasn't making a point. I was kind of going around and talking. And so thanks for anyone who reached out and a little bit concerned. I don't have anything seriously wrong with me. I don't have anything to complain about. It's just part of part of life. We all have our thing. I've talked about that in the past. And so this is my little thing to work through. It's not a deal breaker. It's just a challenge, and we figure out challenges. What's happening is I'm running more. My weight and body chemistry and densities and all that stuff is changing. And so as I'm taking the same dose, but my characteristics are changing, well, it's affecting the way this stuff deals. So anyway, shout out, thank you. That's kind of what's going on. Now, that being said, there's not a day that goes by I'm not thinking about you guys, and there's not a day that goes by I'm not thinking of comic books. So I'm still buying comic books, and I'm still able to keep my wits about me somehow with those. And sometimes I buy an extra issue or two that I really didn't want or need, but then it works out, and it's like, heck, there's not such a thing in my book as too much in the way of comics. So today's video, I wanted to really do a thank you. I opened up the subscriber count today, and I'm at 800, and I don't know really how that happens. I really appreciate everybody who is subscribed, and the watches on videos are so high sometimes. I encourage you guys, anyone who's new to my channel, I get a lot of guys that are like, oh man, I'm watching some old videos, and then other people, you know, maybe not, but you know, if you want to get to know the channel, specifically, there's some questions that I ask. I usually do one every couple of weeks, and I'll just do a question to the esteemed community. And I had someone the other day who is a new subscriber, and they watched one of the question videos, and I think it was the access to the LCS, which is only a few weeks old, and they made a beautiful, nice long comment on it, which I loved. I read it, and I haven't responded yet, but they said, oh, I hope it's okay, I responded to this, it's 2 weeks old. Guys, for the record, if a video is 6 months old and you want to comment on it, please do it. I mean, really, it makes my day anytime someone's getting any type of enjoyment. This life is full of moments that aren't so enjoyable, so if I'm putting a smile on anyone's face, I don't care how old the video is, please comment on it, and I'm going to comment back. My comments, I'm getting a lot, and I want to respond to every single one of them, and sometimes it takes me time, and I'm still working backwards on some. I'm trying to keep up with the current ones and respond to older ones that I didn't get to. So initially what I did is I wouldn't heart a message until I responded to it, but now that I'm sometimes falling behind, what I'm doing is I'm going to heart the message just so you guys know I saw it. And I'm not doing that frivolously. I've had, not a lot of complaint messages, but I love those too, because my opinion isn't so special that I speak for everyone. If I say something wrong or something comes out wrong, I do apologize for that, and I own it. Once you put it out there in the community, it's real. It exists, and I think we're accountable for those things. And so I do want to respond to the good and the bad. And so once I heart a message, that basically tells you that, hey, Silver saw it and he read it, and I promise you, I appreciate your comment, whatever it is, however long or short, because I know you watched something that I put out. I really mean it. I humbly appreciate everyone who's out there in the community. But I'm going to heart that message, and then don't be surprised if it takes a couple days or a week, or depending on how many I'm getting in, sometimes it takes a while to catch up. But I am looking at your comments in a heartfelt and thoughtful way, and I want to respond in that way too. So anyway, 8 minutes. I've been out for a few days. I haven't been YouTubing just because I've been a bit off, but I'm feeling like I'm back. I got all kinds of great things coming out this week and for next week. I do want to do a big apology. I entered a bunch of contests, and then I hit this little wall, and I missed some. And so I want to do a big apology to R. Wheatley, who I thought I had done a support video for, and I didn't. And I really feel bad about that. I really do. And so if you can do Silver a favor, anyone who's out there who's not subbed to R. Wheatley, I'm going to put a link. Click on that link. Check them out. Other contests coming out. There are a ton of them. And I'm going to do the best I can. And I'm going to try to do as many support videos. I really enjoy them. And I enjoy, there's so many good questions and so many great things to take part in. I would encourage you guys, if you see someone else put out one of these support videos or contest entry videos, click on that link and do one on your own. Support those channels, and I'll tell you what my experience is. They're supporting you right back. It's a great community, and I love being part of it. I so appreciate having it. I mean, how many times in life do you have something like this? It's really incredible. So anyway, YouTube, that's it. 9.5 minutes. That was the pan around. Someone recently just said, hey, I like when you do the pan arounds, and I realized I hadn't done one in a while. So with that, today is Tuesday. Tomorrow is going to be an awesome day, just like today is. I am wishing you the best. Silver is out.